Hey everyone, finish watching the next episode of Power Rangers RPM, Heroes Among Us. This is the first episode written by Chip Lynn since Back in Time Force, unless he was indeed one of the scab writers on Jungle Fury. After a battle against the Grinders, Colonel Truman awards Jem a Medal of Honor. He's excited about it until he notices how disappointed Scott is. Summer and Flynn have to explain to Jem how Scott is feeling. Scott looks to a photo of him and his brother. He feels like his father still thinks more highly of his brother than him. He takes off into the desert, and Jem follows him. Scott admits to Jem that he's upset. Jem tells Scott that he's never gotten a medal before, and he really loves it. But if it upsets you, it's gone. Jem takes off the medal and tosses it aside. Scott picks it up and returns it, telling Jem that he deserves it. Suddenly, Scott spots some footprints. He follows and finds some refugee humans. He holds back Jem from jumping in. They overhear Tenaya 7 telling the refugees she's taking them back to Venjix's palace. They disguise and join them, thinking that it'll lead them right to Venjix. Tenaya takes Jem's medal and reads it. This catches the attention of an old soldier. He tries to convince Jem and Scott to help him fight their way out. Scott tries to explain their own plan to him, but he doesn't wait to listen. He's cornered and about to be executed by Tenaya, but Scott and Jem finally jump in to help. They fight off all the bad guys and make their way to a transport. They get the refugees into Corinth just as Venjix has downloaded himself into a new body. Dylan watches the refugees to see if he recognizes any of them. Unfortunately, he doesn't. Venjix grows and attacks. The Rangers call the Zords. Venjix shrinks and battles Jem one-on-one. Scott joins in. Jem tosses him his weapon, and with it he successfully destroys Venjix's new body. Shifter comes in to pick up the pieces. At the garage, Scott tells Dylan that the military guy said he escaped from a prison camp where captives were being infected with the Venjix virus. Flashes of memory come to Dylan. Maybe he was from there. Colonel Truman congratulates the Rangers and awards Scott a Medal of Valor. Scott, however, turns it down. His accomplishment today was by accident. He doesn't feel he earned it. He tells his father that the day he does something to earn it, he'll gladly accept. His father nods in understanding. This is a triumphant return to the franchise for Chip Lynn. He's definitely one of my favorite writers on the series. His first credit was way back on the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers episode, The Great Bukala Escape. That episode was a creative use of the elements available, and throughout the Saban era, Lynn was very often behind other very creative choices. His strength also lay in writing characters. RPM is the perfect season for him, since it has easily the strongest characters that Disney's developed, and as an adaptation, utilized what it had very creatively. Aside from the writing, the action choreography is as high quality as ever. Jem taking on Venjix and the brief battle between the Grinders and the refugees stand out here. Jem is one of the focal characters here, along with Scott. Scott has come a long way since the start, but still has issues with his family and living up to his own expectations. Jem is very childlike and doesn't always seem aware of what's happening around him, at least as far as emotions go. Throughout the episode, he tries his best to comprehend what's going on. What I like about Jem and Gemma is that while on the surface they appear childishly impulsive, they are adults. They just view the world differently. The other Rangers are understanding and walk them through what they don't understand. Dylan slowly receives more flashbacks, revealing he may have escaped from a prison camp like the refugees. He's disappointed that none of the refugees are his sister, but at the same time he's relieved knowing that she may still be out there somewhere. Venjix gets a new body, but then quickly loses it. Shifter says he's only downloaded into it at 80%. I'd say the Rangers stand a good chance against him then. Jem and Scott take him out almost single-handedly. I love this episode. I was a bit apprehensive with a new showrunner coming in, but if the show continues on this track, I don't think I'll have any problem. So that's it for this one. Hope you enjoyed it. See ya.
Get me out of here!